Hello, guys. Today we're going to be talking about biblical confidence, and I'm going to read you just a short little passage from the book of Jeremiah that I think really summarizes well what it means to have confidence in the Lord and what that does for us. I'm going to give you an example of how me in my life, how I have developed confidence in the Lord, and by the end of this, I want you guys to be a lot more bold in the decisions that you make. Obviously, making smart decisions, but acknowledging the fact that if you give your life to God, that He's running the show. And all you can do is be diligent in your work and make the best decisions you can with the information you have at the time. And He will guide your path. Whether it's failure or success, He's with you. And don't cease having confidence that He's running the show. So I'll start with Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 7 and 8. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord and whose hope is the Lord. For he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spreads out its roots by the river, and will not fear when heat comes. But its leaf will be green, and will not be anxious in the year of drought, nor will cease from yielding fruit. So, 2 years ago, I was living in Florida, and at the time, I'd been taking drugs, alcohol, smoking a lot of weed. My mental health was really messed up. My financial status was in shambles. And, I was lost. I didn't have really any prayer life, and I was really struggling. But I knew I needed to change. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, or what to do. But I knew I needed to change because obviously I wasn't doing too hot the way I was going. So I was praying, and actually developing a closer relationship with God. And then I got the opportunity to move halfway across the country and pursue a job I'd never thought about pursuing. And I was really unsure about this. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if this was the right move for me, if I should have stayed in Florida, or if I should have moved. But I prayed. I actually called my dad. I asked him, Dad, what would you do in this situation? I'm totally torn between these two options. And he told me to flip a coin. And funny enough, I actually did. I prayed for divine intervention. I flipped the coin and it landed on heads, which was pursue this job. So I did. But to be totally frank with you guys, I was scared the whole time. And I didn't know if it was going to work out in my favor. I didn't know if that was the right move. But, I stuck it out. I figured, if God is real, if He's going to, lead me down this path, He will show me and He will make it work out. Whatever it is, He has something for me. And all I can do is follow Him the best I possibly can. So 18 months later, I have 2 times my yearly income. My relationship with God has grown and developed like crazy, and I'm pretty much sober at this point, right? And something I learned from that experience was that I'm gonna feel scared. I'm gonna be unsure if the choices that I'm making are right or wrong. But the one thing I cannot control, thankfully, is that God's will always come to fruition, no matter what you do. And all I can do is subordinate myself to His will, right? And live according to His laws and what He wants me to do as a Christian man, and develop myself as much as I can. Always trying. I know I'm going to make mistakes. That's okay. Continue to try. Continue to develop. Continue to align yourself with the Lord, and leave the rest to Him. If you have something that really is bugging you, like maybe you want to move jobs or move states, or maybe this relationship that you're in isn't the right one for you, or you're having family struggles, pray about it. Ask the Lord to teach you and to show you. But you can also, use your best judgment. I have no doubt that God will put into your mind the best possible choice if you're aligned with His will. And if you make a mistake, that's for your benefit. Just because something doesn't go the way you want it to doesn't mean that it wasn't a part of God's will. So you actually learn more from failures than you do success. So I just don't want you guys to be scared to make any jumps, make any choices. Your job is just to use your best judgment, making the best decision with the information you have at the current moment. Don't be rushed. Take your time and trust in the Lord, and all will be well. It'll all be all right, and He's going to lead you down the path He wants you to go down. So, this is a lot different than confidence in a worldly sense, where you're more pushy and you believe in yourself. This isn't that. It's the mutual understanding that, hey, I've given my life to God. I've decided that I'm going to stay true to His word as best as I can. Of course, we're going to fail, and sometimes it's real bad. Other times it's not so bad. Either way, I'm going to try my best, and He's going to lead me down whatever path He wants me to. So I hope you guys gain some value from that, and that you can understand and implement these things in your life and really become more bold and more confident in what God has in store for you. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this.